This program is brought to you by Ignite TV. Now you're in command. Visit Rogers.com for more details.
Hi, welcome to My River District, a show where we talk about your river district and everything Owen Sound and why locals love it here. I'm here today with Adrienne and Paula of the very famous Sugar Dust Baking. It's not famous for you, it's definitely famous for me because I'm there at least once a week. How's it going?
It's going good. How are you?
Not too bad. Welcome.
Thank you.
So lucky to have you in here because I know that today is usually a prep day for you guys, getting ready for the big week.
Yeah.
So thank you again for taking time out of your morning to come and join me on My River District.
No problem.
Because you are in the River District. And again, like I said, you keep me very well supplied in sugar.
Everyone's on a sugar high.
Oh, it's the only way to get through a week.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee, so sugar is the only way to survive.
Yeah. Also, neither of us drink coffee either.
Really?
Yeah. Love the smell. I love the smell of it.
I love the smell as well.
Can't handle the taste. I actually tried a coffee when we were on vacation. Now, we'll say coffee. It was white chocolate caramel.
That's not coffee.
Something. No, but it was espresso, which was probably the worst thing to start with. But yeah, love the smell, can't handle the taste. So yeah, water and Diet Coke is
Tea,
okay.
Water, Coke, all the good things.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's talk baking.
Yeah.
You guys have been in business since 2019.
Yeah.
You've made one move, which was about two doors down?
Yeah, 2 doors down 2 years ago.
2 years ago, yeah.
Right.
Yep.
You came right before COVID. And you managed to survive COVID, and you continue to supply us all with beautiful cupcakes and cakes and cheesecakes and cinnamon buns and croissant and donuts, and let me go on and on and on.
All the goodies of the world.
So tell me a little bit about the business and how it came to fruition.
Yeah, so we have always baked. Like when I was little, I baked with my mom and my grandma. And then we baked during, like when I went away to college, all of through that. We really got it started with our Christmas trays.
Yeah.
And at first we did it with just family, and then we went on to family's friends. We're like, oh, well, can I get one of those? Can I get one of those? And we just did it out of my mom's kitchen for the longest time. I was still a nurse. She still worked in education. I wasn't overly happy with the career I was in, and was kind of looking for a change, but didn't know where that was going to go. So we were brainstorming one year, and we're like, what if we did Katy Market? And now at the time, we didn't realize that Katy was big enough that you had to be baking in a certified kitchen. So we could no longer bake in my mom's kitchen. So then we had to figure out where was a certified kitchen that we could bake out of that was big enough. So we ended up renting the launch pad in Hanover, which has a massive, beautiful commercial kitchen. So we bake there on Mondays for like 12 to 13 hours to bake for Katy, then did Katy on Tuesdays.
Yep.
And then both still worked full time in our other jobs. But what actually made it happen, like the business, was everyone would ask us at Katy, where can we get your stuff? We're like,
other than on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're like, nowhere. Like, we don't have a space. We bake when we're not working. So we had actually just drove, like, because I lived in Owen Sound. You live in Chesley. I was just driving downtown with my sister, and we saw the for rent sign on our first spot, and we contacted them, and that was probably June? That would have been June.
July, of 19, yeah.
And then we signed the lease and started the renovations. It was really ugly on the outside and yellow.
Yeah, it was yellow.
Yeah, it was
Like,
really,
this does not have enough.
Yeah, it was really ugly, yeah. So we painted the front white, we got that door bright pink, and then we opened October.
Yeah, October the 5th.
Yeah, of 2019. And then we were there for just under 2 years. 1920, yeah, something around there. And then we quickly realized that we were outgrowing that space. It was an adorable little bakery.
It was very sweet.
But it was tiny. Like, you could fit 2 people in the front. Like, it was no space in the back, no storage.
Yeah.
So then
Because it was the old Margeni cakes.
Yep.
Yes.
So it was Margeni. Before Margeni, it was Pink Sugar,
Oh, okay.
I think. So there's been a few bakeries in there.
Interesting.
And then, yeah, we realized that we were we never thought we'd outgrow the space.
Right.
We never thought we'd have employees. We've done both.
Yeah.
We also didn't think that we wanted to have a sit-down space. That was something that we never had talked about
Yeah.
before either, was actually having a space for somebody to come in and get coffee or a cold drink and a scone or a cupcake and sit down within the building. And so we figured out that was maybe an avenue that we wanted to try, and so the space 2 doors down was just the perfect space to try that. There were a lot of things that needed to be done in that building because, again, it was it was a blank, ugly slate. Certainly not meant for a bakery.
Sure.
Its bathroom was in the basement. So
Convenient.
that was the first
Right?
thing.
Isn't that so convenient?
Yeah.
First thing that we said was the first thing that has to happen is we have to have a bathroom upstairs
Yeah.
because you have to have a bathroom for customers
Anybody
to
sitting
sit
down.
down.
Yep.
So yeah, they were good in helping us get things going to make it our own space and make it pleasing. Most people that come in that have never been before,
Yeah.
the first thing they say is, "Oh, isn't this just the cutest spot?"
It is the cutest
Isn't
spot.
it adorable?
Yeah.
We're quite
Oh my
obsessed
God.
with it.
Yeah.
We're quite obsessed.
Yeah,
Just a
your
little
vibe
bit.
is very much like the vibe I pretend I want to have type
Yeah,
thing.
you just want it to be like fun and free
Oh,
and,
it's
and
so cute and
girly
pink
and
and-
all things pink.
Well, and chill.
Yeah.
Like, it's very chill.
While still being very clean and very
yeah,
you know.
I'm very anal retentive about clutter and that out
Yeah.
front. Like, even we've got some gears turning in our head. We might be losing one of the seats to bring in more space to have like our stuff, but that's prepackaged. So if
Okay.
somebody's in a hurry and doesn't necessarily, if we have a line, doesn't necessarily want to wait in line to pick from the case, we would have like some cookies or some tarts or cupcakes already in a box. They can just grab and go.
which is
Super
what you do
quick.
at Katie anyway.
Yes, it's
That's-
all
yeah.
in bar.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
So
Katie
yeah,
is-
we've never really had that avenue before. Everything has been in the case, and you come to the case and you pick and you do it from that. But I'm like, on a Saturday, which Friday, Saturdays tend to be our busiest days, if someone is in a hurry, and if we have a line, if they're just wanting to kind of bypass the line that's wanting to pick stuff out and just grab something from the shelf, then that would be an option too. So
I think that's great.
Yeah.
And you guys are looking to do a lot of kind of changes and stuff. I mean, the seasons are changing,
Yeah.
and I know that's one thing that you love. You love sweater weather.
if it could be fall 10 months of the year, I'd be
Agreed.
so
Little jean
happy.
jacket, long pants,
Yeah.
happy as a clam.
Just cozy.
Yeah.
Cozy, I think, is the vibe. With it, like, summer is not our time. The kitchen, I think anyone that works in a commercial kitchen, it gets so hot.
Yeah.
And it's like,
AC's not going to cut it.
it can only do so much.
Yeah.
And our AC hasn't really been working the best this summer. So when we get those heat waves, we really feel it. So we are...
And heat isn't a friend of
Any baking.
buttercream icing and cream cheese icing. I mean, it's and the squares
Or
that have
chocolate.
the chocolate. You
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
to now put them in the fridge
Yep.
as opposed to on the. Yeah, it's not good. Heat
But yeah,
is not
fall
good.
is definitely our time to thrive.
So as we're moving into fall, I
Yeah.
understand that you have some stuff going on for Thanksgiving, and we're going to hope that this airs before Thanksgiving. Okay. So what do you have going on for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, so we actually just posted the pre-orders on Friday. We were going to wait till Saturday, but I once again got impatient and did it. So we have 4 different kinds of pies: pumpkin, a Dutch apple, which is just like an apple crumb, blueberry crumb, and pecan. So for the apple and the blueberry, you can either choose for us to bake them, or we can prepare them and freeze them, so then you can bake them fresh at home. That doesn't work so much with the pumpkin or pecan. Those ones will for sure be baked and ready for
Right.
you to eat. This year we've brought back the frozen apple crisp,
Yep.
which was really popular
Okay.
last year. And then a new thing that we just started this past winter, it would have been February, March, is the frozen cinnamon buns that you bake at home. So those are now an option on there. And then we always do cupcakes. So we will have pumpkin cupcakes, vanilla bean, double chocolate, caramel apple spice, carrot,
Turtle.
and turtle.
Delicious.
So those are the 6 flavors we've kind of decided. People can either choose to just have an assortment, so they can either get 1 of each or 2 of each and a half dozen or a dozen, or if they want to pick their flavors, and they'll be decorated in fall colors. Some will look like pumpkins, so they'll be
adorable.
super adorable.
Yeah,
super cute.
And for anybody that doesn't follow us on Facebook or Instagram, we will have the forms in the bakery at the counter. So if somebody comes in, we had a lady come in the other day, first time in the bakery, and she said, "Are you doing special stuff for Thanksgiving?" And I said, "Yep, just finalizing it."
We haven't got our act together.
And I said, just watch next week. And I said, but if you don't have Facebook or Instagram, we will have the flyers here that you can see what it is, and then we will have a form for you to complete. So, because not everybody has Facebook and Instagram. I have to keep reminding Adrienne of that there are people in the world that don't have Facebook and Instagram. So
I have a hard time on believing that as well, but I totally understand that it's a real thing.
It is so true. We get so many people that come in, they're like, well, I don't follow you on Facebook or Instagram. And I think that's one of the biggest thing as a small business is getting the word out. It's easy to get the word out on social media, but within Owen Sound, we are a very big retirement community, and a lot of retirees aren't on social media the same that we all are. So we really have to kind of make sure we're putting signs in the window for people walking by, and having the flyers at the front counter and the forms for people to fill out there. So
now you mentioned your front window, and I want to circle back to that, but we're going to have to go to break first.
Perfect.
So thank you for staying with us on My River District, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Krista McKee of Wandering Grey Bruce. This season, we will be meeting some really interesting people. We're going to go visit Thornbury in the Clarksburg area, just to name a few. We will be going glamping, learning about some garlic, and checking out some live edge furniture.
And you can see all the little wormholes in here.
And it's smooth. Watch us on Rogers TV or online.
I'm Ross Kettner, Mayor of the Municipality of Meaford. There's a lot going on these days, and you can keep up with all of it simply by watching our regular council meetings each Tuesday afternoon at 3 on Rogers TV.
On the next Grey County Life, we will be talking to Christine Pompeo from the Meaford Scarecrow Invasion about their upcoming event.
We'll also be joined by John Farmer from the Canadian Mental Health Association to talk about a new program.
And Renee from the Owen Sound Animal Shelter.
Thanks for staying with us on My River District. I'm here with Paula and Adrienne of Sugar Dust Baking, and we were just getting into the thick of it when we were talking about holidays and your windows.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, for those of you who don't know, your windows are so cute.
Thank you.
And I love them so much. And they just make me live my girliest of girly dreams.
Right?
And they're mostly pink, but they're always on trend for all of the holiday stuff. So fall is on right now.
Yeah,
so you've got fall stuff.
Just
Switched it last week.
Last weekend, Brian and I kind of. Well, my problem is I have a shopping addiction.
Don't we all?
HomeSense is not my friend. So I go to HomeSense, or we go to HomeSense, and we see like fuzzy pink pumpkins and things that are our color, and I'm like, well, we need those.
Obviously.
And then last year we bought the little bales of hay.
Yep, which are very
So we
cute.
have those, and then I've been really into apple crates lately because they're vintage, and we try to kind of swing in old school baking with new baking and tie it all into one. But yeah, windows are our
It's the first glimpse of the bakery.
But your pink windows, and somehow you still manage to get the message of Thanksgiving and fall across.
Yeah.
Even though those are normally brown and orange and all yellow and no,
pink.
Pink.
Yeah.
Full pink. Your Christmas tree and all of the Christmas trees that you have are insane. They're these beautiful pink little trees, one of which has donuts all over it.
Yep, our donut tree.
Yep. Again, another winner.
HomeSense.
Yeah, HomeSense winners.
So cute. I love it so much.
Yeah.
And then when we were on break, we were actually just talking about donuts and how you're looking to bring
the apple
community
cider
favorite
donuts will be back, well, this week, but They'll
In a
be
couple
back
weeks.
middle
Yeah.
time in September, and they'll carry through all through winter. We'll maybe switch it up a little bit around Christmas. We sometimes do a gingerbread donut, but whenever we start the apple cider donuts and try to switch them out, everyone's like, where are the apple cider donuts? Where are the apple cider donuts? You need to bring those back. So they hang around until spring, pretty much.
Yep.
They're there, and then we get into summer. But
And what's really wonderful is you're also supporting local
The
apple
locals, yeah.
producers.
Yeah,
in
so we
this.
try to use as much local produce and vegetables and stuff as we can. So yeah, Donald Tunney's been really big for us this summer. We have their zucchini right now in our double chocolate zucchini muffins, and we use their honey. And then Grandma Lamb's and Goldsmith are where we generally get the apple cider from.
Nice.
And the apples that we use
Yeah, they all
for
come
the
from
apple
there.
pies
Yeah.
and the salted
Apple
caramel.
crisp and
That's incredible. So do you have any other plans going on this fall? I know that you and I have been talking a little bit about some changes in the menu and stuff like that.
Adrienne has lots of grandiose ideas, and they are all very awesome. No, they're awesome ideas. We get overwhelmed by how are we going to there is only the two of us that are full time, and then we have Brianna, who is our part-time
Little
employee,
elf.
and she Adrienne refers to as the tall human.
The tall human.
She's tall.
It's always good to have a tall person
right?
around.
Because I'm short. Like
Yeah,
I'm only
same.
5'4". You're not that much taller.
Yeah.
So it's good to have someone that can get the high shelf.
Absolutely. Like
So
that
but-
must have been a prerequisite on the application.
right?
How tall
Are you over 5'6"? If
Yeah.
not, you're not hired.
And the other one is, can you get the bowls separated?
Yeah, we have bowls that like to stick. But yeah, but I get lots of plans turning around in my head. One big thing that we have been trying to figure out fridge space is bringing in some savory and like sandwich options for fall. So I think we're, fingers crossed, aiming to have that up and going end of September. And then also one thing that we've always wanted to do, we've never really done it, because you enjoy them so much, you get them from the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory, is like caramel apples.
I'm in.
And, right? And candy apples. So we've started kind of doing our research on how to do the caramel, because there's a few different ways you can do it. So we're going to be testing that out soon, and then they will be something that will be available, probably not pre-orderish, because unfortunately they probably will end up being something that happens when we have time.
Sure.
So getting it fit into the whole baking schedule. And
I
then-
applaud you for trying the caramel and candy apples. I've tried it once, and
Yeah.
everything just slid off
That's
of
the
the
thing.
apple.
Yeah.
And I said, never again.
Yeah. You hear the horror stories, but then when you see them and they just look like chewy and gooey, and then
Yeah.
if you roll them in score bits, like it's just,
Drizzle with chocolate.
Yeah,
some
we could just-
cans, Yes, please.
we could just go all day.
Now, talking candy and caramel apples and stuff
Yeah.
like that, Halloween's coming up.
It
It
is.
is.
I'm not really a big fan of Halloween. Like
Yeah.
I don't like the creepy part of it. I don't
Sure.
like the clowns and the blood and the
But you
gore
like the
and that.
treat part.
But I like we love it when the kids will come into
In
the
their
bakery in their
costumes, they're so
costumes,
cute.
and
Yeah.
we do
Treat bags?
We do little treat bags for them, so we encourage parents to bring their kids in.
Yeah.
Now the River District is
That's
doing
right.
something, right?
Yes, this year we are doing a trick-or-treat trail.
Yeah.
Right now we're just finalizing all the businesses that are going to be participating.
Right.
And basically what it is we're just inviting all the families to come down dressed up on October 28th
Yep.
and come and trick-or-treat during the day, during
Yep.
regular business hours.
Yeah.
Just wear your adorable little costumes.
Right.
Come out and shop.
we love it. We've
it.
had some really cute little ones come in to
And
the
then
bakery.
in the bakery for Halloween, we will have cupcakes that you can pre-order. We will also be bringing back the mini monster cakes, which are so cute. They're just something like
They're
have
fun to do, right?
Because it's okay if they're kind of hideous, because
Because
they're
they're
a
supposed to
monster,
be.
right?
Yeah.
So my perfection brain's like wanting to make them all look good, and then it's like, no, don't do that. They're supposed to be
Put the
monsters.
eyes off center
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
tongue
Oh my
hanging out
gosh.
and yeah.
Oh, I love it
Yeah.
so much. And it was
Right.
actually, you can take all the credit for the trick-or-treat trail.
Yeah.
Because you're the one who came to me, I think, early this year.
Yeah.
Why aren't we doing anything for Halloween?
Yeah. Well,
We need to do something for Halloween.
it's hard because if it's only one business doing it, we're not going to get the word out, because
Yeah.
we don't have the same following like the River District would, where you have like the platforms to share it. So and I know other areas within our geographical area, they have a really good turnout with it. So I'm like, that's one way to bring people into the River District. Who doesn't love a kid in a costume or an adult in a costume? Like, I think in high school, I wore a ginormous blow-up ballerina costume.
I really love that.
It was
probably
cute,
wasn't
not gonna lie.
cute.
It was cute.
Since then, I haven't really dressed up.
But you're going to this year.
We're gonna figure something
You can be a
out.
baker.
I should just throw some
Easy.
flour on my face and I'm ready to go.
Throw it. You mean
Yeah.
wipe a little off so they can see your face underneath it all?
Yeah.
No, and that's exactly right. It's the important thing about businesses coming together in community and stuff like that and saying, I think this would be great.
Yeah.
And it just so happened that Halloween's on like a Tuesday this
Yeah.
year, which is so difficult
It's
for
hard for
parents.
kids, and especially with school.
Yeah.
Like, you can't trick or treat too late.
No.
Because they have to go to school the next. So I think having it on a weekend, Saturdays I know are our busiest day.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's everyone's busiest day
Yeah.
in the River District. So why not just see cute kids in a costume and hand out
That's
some
right.
candy and
Absolutely.
then eat candy, because that's what we do too.
It's perfect. And it's really great for the really littles who
Yeah.
go to bed
Yeah.
at like 7 p.m.
Yeah.
They
They
can
get-
still get their costume on and they still
Exactly.
get, to say trick or treat or whatever, and they still
Yeah.
get treats.
I love it. So I'm really
Yeah.
excited for
Yeah.
that. And that'll
So
be on
excited.
October 28th
Yeah.
in the River District. More on that on our social media at River District OS. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about you.
Yeah.
That was my own selfish little plug.
That's all right.
That's okay.
Plot away. We're all the same.
So what else do you guys have going on?
So yeah, after Thanksgiving and we get through Halloween,
Then we
we'll be
gear
going
right into
Christmas.
Christmas
Christmas.
mode.
which is our absolute favorite time of the year. We go,
Stupid wild.
yeah, we go like balls to the wall. We hang snowflakes from the
Yeah.
ceiling. We have our pink tree. We have our little mini village in the window.
It's something to see.
It
Like,
is,
it is a sight.
We play Christmas music. We have like the little fireplace. We will be bringing back our Santa Claus this year.
Yes,
So
yay.
we will have that. I forget the date. December 10th, I think. It will be posted on social
Might be the
media.
9th if it's the Saturday.
Yeah. So he will be back. So we will be posting that. That was a really big success. But then also helped out. We did either a toy or a food drive for the Salvation Army
Right.
in lieu of them paying for the pictures. Just bring toys or food. That all went to the Salvation Army.
Yep.
So that was really big. And then our treat trays. Those are how we got started. Those are our big sellers, and they're fun to do and they're pretty because
Yeah.
we wrap them in cellophane and
They're just a
everything.
nice gift. What a lot of people will take them, like if they're going someplace, to
The
just
perfect host gift.
Yep,
the
absolutely.
perfect gift for somebody you don't know how to buy for. They're
And the
excellent.
nice thing is like we do different sizes. So, 2 people, there's a little tray. If you're having, your whole family and there's 20 of you, there's the big
Yeah.
platter. So like, and everything in between. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're perfect for teachers
Yep, yep,
and
yep.
thank you gifts and
We have
oh my god, just about
businesses.
everything.
Yeah, we have businesses,
that
yeah.
buy
Yeah.
them for clients
Yep.
and
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And so when should people expect that ordering will open up, kind of, in the time
I
frame?
want to say mid-November.
Mid-November?
Yeah, we're trying to every year because I think we have like 14 items on it that we put on the tray. We're like, oh, we need to take some of those off, and then we end up adding more. So we need to, once we get through Thanksgiving, we'll get through Halloween, then we kind of have a little bit of a lull. So then we really gear into Christmas and that.
And just really go at it.
We go hard.
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the little fridge that you have.
Yep.
Not the freezer that has the cinnamon buns and the croissant and all those
Yep.
kinds of things. Those are fantastic, and we can talk about those all day. But you have the little fridge off to the side that often has some squares,
Yep.
some millionaire shortbread.
Well,
Yep.
it has confetti squares in
All
it
the
every
time.
day.
Right.
So for people who don't know what confetti squares are, you either love them or you hate them. But they are the butterscotch squares with the colorful
butter
marshmallows in them. And people walk in and they'll either say, oh, I remember my grandmother used to make those.
Yeah.
And Adrienne, who doesn't like them,
I
says,
think they're disgusting.
But so they are in the fridge every day, depending on the type of square that we make. If it has chocolate on it, then we kind of keep it always in the fridge. So the millionaire bars are in the fridge. Sweet Marie bars are in the fridge. The lemon.
Oh, sometimes you do a cheesecake brownie.
we do
Yeah.
the cheesecake brownie.
The cookie dough cheesecake.
Yeah.
And then cheesecakes.
And cheesecakes.
And your cheesecakes.
And also, if I have my act together and I get some time to do cream pie, so chocolate cream pie, coconut cream pie.
I haven't been able to get one yet. I need to just put it in order.
Banana cream pie. They also have to stay in the fridge.
Yeah.
So that fridge is pretty much full. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's overflowing, but for the rest of the week, there's always squares in it. And
you know, going back to those confetti squares, it wasn't until recently, and I'm a little bit ashamed and embarrassed to say this, but it wasn't until recently that I realized that the colorful marshmallows don't taste like white marshmallows.
No, they don't.
No.
They're like fruity.
Yeah,
They
they're
are.
weird. They're really weird. Yeah. That's why I don't like them.
I bought some for something and just shoved a handful of them in my mouth because that's not beyond something I would do.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, it's
Not what
different,
you
right? It
expect.
wasn't what I was expecting. I was very startled by it. I was like, okay. And now that I kind of understand that they taste differently, that's probably why the confetti squares didn't taste like what I thought they were going to taste like.
And people, if you make them with just the white mini marshmallows, people don't like them.
Yeah.
Because they're meant to be made with the fruity color.
Gotcha.
And it's a weird combination. So it's butterscotch chips, peanut butter, and then fruit flavored marshmallows. Like it's a weird
butter,
combo.
But these recipes have been around for
forever. And I think that's one of the biggest things for us is, although we do new stuff, we still use a lot of old family recipes. And I think that's the big nostalgia thing with baking and bakeries is it's the way that it makes people feel. And like you walk into a bakery, you get that smell of, oh, grandma's house used to smell like this, or mom's house used to smell like this. So
so just before we wrap it up, we've got like a minute 45 left.
Gotcha.
Your scones. You always have a case full of scones.
Yep.
They're usually sold out by midday.
Yeah.
And you are now a 2-time reigning champion for the Scones of the River District.
Yeah.
With your cranberry lemon scone.
Yeah.
Or lemon cranberry scone.
Yeah, so that is the biggest seller. It's hard. They all sell really well. It depends on the day which one goes first. Lemon cran is generally always first. Sometimes it's cinnamon bun, sometimes it's raspberry almond. We sometimes do lemon blueberry or throw in a field berry. We'll be bringing pumpkin spice in soon, and then gingerbread for the holidays.
And then the white chocolate.
Oh, you like the candied pecan white chocolate Christmassy ones?
Well, that sounds delicious.
It is delicious.
And I cannot wait to get in line for that. I love any of those very, very hyper sweet kind of things.
Right?
But I myself have unfortunately had to taste test your scones for the Scones of the River District, and it's such a hard job.
Horrible job.
So I have to say, they're all delicious.
Thank you.
And anybody who's had a chance to go into Sugar Dust is a lucky ducky. And if you haven't had a chance, make sure you get in there. And if you can't get in during the morning hours when they're the busiest and they have the fully stocked case, pre-order something.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys love to get pre-orders because then you can just wrap your head around it a little bit.
Pre-orders make our life easier because
We've been
there's
trying to push them.
nothing more frustrating than somebody coming in at noon and saying, oh, you're all out of scones.
Yes. Yeah.
And we are, and I mean, we are a small business. We're a small bakery, so we bake what we do in the morning, and then we don't normally bake again for that day.
Yeah.
So it helps us so much if people say, on Saturday, can I get a dozen scones? So we bake what we bake for in the bakery, plus then there's a dozen with your name on it. So then you know you have it.
All right, well, we've got to wrap it up. Thank you.
Call the Rogers TV viewer response line, email us, or connect with us on social media.
Are you low on food? Struggling to pay the bills? Overwhelmed by life's challenges? When you need